Hi everyone, and thanks for grabbing my free Elementor links page template. In this video, we're going to walk through how to add this template to your website and then customize it to make it yours. Just a quick reminder, this is kind of what we're looking at, as this is what it would look like on your website, and we can change it, and it also works on the any browser size really, so laptop, mobile, iPad, all should look good. So let's head over to your website. I'm going to walk through how to set that up now. So first thing we'll need to do is install Elementor. If you don't already have that, we're going to come to plugins and add a new plugin. If you're not sure, go to install plugins and you should see it in this list here. But we're going to add a new one. I'm going to search for Elementor. And it's normally the very first one on the left, but it says by elementor.com, and hit install. And that will take a short time to install, and then we're going to activate it. Hit activate. Now, if it's the first time that you've installed Elementor, you will get this setup guide. If you have installed Elementor before, or you do have it currently, you won't see this. But if you do, you'll see there's an option to skip it, and you can go ahead and skip it because we don't need the pro version for this template. The free is absolutely fine. So hit skip and skip multiple times. It will take you to a page, so we're just going to cross, and we're going to come out of this for the time being. So hit this menu at the top, the E, and then exit to WordPress. And we're going to come out of that because it's installed a blank Elementor page for you, but we don't need that for now. But that does take us on to our next step, which is to add then the new page where we're going to add this template to. So what we need to do is come to Pages and then Add New Page. And we want to give this page a name. So I like to call it something like links, but give it whatever name you want. And the only other thing I do is just make sure the URL is what I want it to be. So this will be the link that you are sharing with your different social media pages and platforms. So it'll be yourwebsite.com/links, but you can change this here if you wanted to. And once you've written in the page name, hit publish and publish again. And now we can edit and install the page template. So in the top corner, top of the page, hit edit with Elementor. Okay, and we're going to install it. So here you'll see a folder icon and it will say add template, and we're going to click on that. And you'll see a bunch of templates, but we're going to install our own custom one. So hit this button to import the template, like an upwards arrow. And then I already have it ready. So let me just add it here. Just add that. And hit continue. And insert. And apply. And here we go. It should work. Perfect. So what you'll find when you open up the Elementor page, it will, as default, show your themes, header, and footer as well at the bottom of the page. So we're going to remove that now. We do that by clicking on the page settings. If you run an older version of Elementor, you might find the page settings down here. You'll see a bar for page settings and the different device screens as well. But we're going to go to settings, and then you'll see here in page settings, if you haven't hidden the title, then make sure this is yes. And then where it says page layout, we want to change this to an Elementor canvas, and that's going to get rid of the top header and the footer as well. So it's just a blank page. Well, not blank, but it will hide those parts of the website as well. So the call to actions of the page are really super clear for your customers and potential clients there. Once you've done that, hit publish to save it. And then at this point, it's all about kind of the fun part, which is customizing it, changing the images, changing the text. So let me show you how that works. Quick recap things about Elementor is you'll see the website here, and you can click on any elements to edit it. So if you wanted to change some text, you would click on the text, and sometimes you can just change it directly in the screen, but you can also change it in this left panel. This is the editor, so you can close it and open it up again. And also you'll find that sometimes you might be able to directly click on an element. So this is where the structure or navigator is really helpful. So if you click on this icon, kind of stacked squares, you'll get this like menu. There's menu lists where you can move around the page as well. So you'll see it's got the top images here, and then it's got all the different links, and then we've got an alternative header as well up here, which I will come to in a moment. All right, well, let's get into the images then. So I'm just going to move this down here. This top image, if you wanted to replace it, you can click on it. You'll see this pink pencil icon. And then in the left is where you would change it. So if you wanted to upload a new icon, a new image, you would just click on the image and then you would add whatever new image you wanted to add and select it, and then that would appear in here. Similar to this image as well, the circular. So this would be a good place to put your logo, or if you've got like a brand emblem, icon, anything like that, or photo of you even, that would be a good place to put that. So you click on it, and then on the left-hand panel, you will see the option to change the image to be whatever you want. Something to note is that because it's a round image, what we'll want is for the image you upload to be square. If you don't upload a square image, that is also fine, but we'll just need to edit it so it is square. So here's an example. If I click on this image here, you'll see it's not a square, it's long, kind of portrait style. If I select it, it's going to slightly move the image down, so it's not that centered, which, if you want that, then that's fine, but I typically want it moved up the page a little bit more. So to do that, what you can do is edit the image. So on this right hand side it says edit image, so click on that and you can crop it to just be roughly square, just by these dimensions here. You want them to be kind of the same, so 471. It doesn't have to be precise, but that would make it a square image. So apply the crop and then save the edits up here, and then we can select it. And I'm just going to refresh the page, and then that should reset it back to where we want it to be. Yep, so now it's kind of centered again. So that's just a little heads up, something you might come across if you're changing that image. You just want it to be square. Okay, so what else can you edit? So the main things would be these links, I guess. Up here, you've got some text. If you wanted to add just a quick sentence or two about your business, you can do that here, or about yourself. Just click and type, and you can also edit it in here as well. If you just didn't want that and you wanted to delete it, go ahead and right click and you can delete it, and that would just completely remove it. You can do that. So these different links here, these are represented in here. You'll see link 1, 2, 3, 4. If you wanted to get rid of any, then you could right click any of the links and delete it. If you wanted to add another one, you could duplicate it, right click and duplicate. So if I do that, it's going to create another version of it as well, but I'm going to delete that. So click on the text and change it now. You might be visit the home page, and then you'll want to add the link to it. So if you've already got the pages in your website, they should appear if you search them in this link box. So if I was to type home, I already have a homepage set up, so I can just click on that and it would link to this website's homepage. If you don't have it, then you can just directly type in the URL of the website where you want it to go to, and that would work as well. So that would be a good example if you wanted to link to a YouTube video as an example. So you would click down here where the button is, where it says watch and subscribe. And here you'll see the link box. So this is where you would put in, youtube.com/your channel URL, whatever that is. And you can do that. With the button, whilst I'm here as well, the text part is changed here where it says text. So if you wanted to change that, and you can completely kind of play around with this. So if you wanted to, let's say you wanted to say visit the homepage and add a button underneath, or our consultation call, and you wanted to add a button as well as this being a link, you can do that. So here we're going to right click on this button, and I guess you could copy it and right click and paste it here, and that's going to add it, and then you can kind of click and drag it around to wherever you want it to be. but I'm going to delete that. Okay, and so the images then, let's edit those. So to edit the images, it's a little bit different. You'll want to find this grey box. If you don't see it, what you're looking for is the first container. So where it says link 1 container, link to the first container, but it is just the first box. And you'll know you're in the right place because if you click on style, so you click on the grey box and you'll go to the style tab. And then this is where you'll click to replace the image. So I want to replace it to this, so, and it would do that. Yeah, that's how you replace the images. Let me just show you as well, in case you wanted like a bit more information in your text boxes. So if we go to mobile, this is what it would look like on a mobile phone. So you see there's two different styles here. You've got this typical style, and then you've got this style as well, where the image is on top. This one is quite handy if you have quite a lot of information, like if you want to add bullet points or, you know, quite a few sentences. This would be a good route to go. And so you've got this bottom option if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to have the whole page be these longer links, then you would just find this container here. So just make sure that's visible. So it's in the links container. And this is where you'll see all the links. And as I click through them, it's highlighting them. But the last one is, I've called it alternative mobile, lots of text. So that's the purpose of it. So if you wanted more of those, you can right click and duplicate, and you'll have another one. And then you would go ahead and change the text and the links and the images to be whatever you want it to be. And see what else. I'll show you how to change the background color in case you wanted to do that. What you're going to do is come to where it says the links container. It's kind of hard, but you want to click on these six little dots at the top of this page section here. If you can't quite click on it, you'll need to come to the navigator, or the structure, which is, again, it's this button here, and then it's this. So you want to make sure this top grey one is the one that is selected. And then you can come to the style tab, and this is the background color. So you'll see if I change it, it will change the color as well. Okay, but I quite like it to be white. And last thing to tell you about then is if you don't want an image at the top, you just want it to be a color and you just want it to be super neutral and plain. Something you can do is you can just upload an image which is just a simple color. So you can do that in something like Canva, Photoshop, even Paint, or something really basic graphic design software. You can just add it as a photo and then upload it as a photo. Another way though, if you wanted it to be a bit more precise, is you come down here to where it says alternative top color. Now it's grayed out, and grayed out means it's hidden, so it won't show on your website. So if you click on it and go to advanced, the advanced tab here, and scroll down to where it says responsive, and here we've got the options to where it is hidden. So we can unhide it, and then we can click and drag it to the top of the page. You can also just click and drag it like this down the page, but I'm going to click and drag it up the top. Delete this one, so I'm going to delete it. And if you just click on the background color and go to advanced and background, this is where you can pick and choose a new color if you wanted to. If you do make any changes, really important to make sure you hit the publish button. And to get out of it, we're going to come to this this top left menu icon again, and we're going to exit to WordPress. And it's going to take you back to the page. So from here, if you haven't saved it, you can save the page again. And this button is going to take you back to your dashboard. So hopefully that covers everything. And thank you again for downloading the template. If you do have any questions, add it as a comment and I will get back to you that way. Thank you.